Top
Yeah,
priorities for you at the Census Bureau?
there's a sense of urgency at Census, and the reason for that is we only have a few years here up until the middle of the decade before the 2030 census takes over and the entire agency pivots toward that priority. And
Sure.
that's always a national priority. So that's the right pivot when that happens.
Hmm.
But in the meantime, we really got to work hard to reinvent ourselves before that happens, before that pivot occurs. And so what we're doing is trying to consolidate IT. Like many organizations, we're trying to consolidate our IT. We have a portfolio of information collection instruments, as you can imagine, and then dissemination instruments. And so, we collect data, we process data, and then we distribute data. That's really what we do at the Census Bureau.
Hmm.
In the back end, we have a data lake. And so that's where we're really focusing, like Jeff said, and Scott said, we're really focusing on that data as the most valuable asset at the Census Bureau. And of course, maintaining the public's trust in us is always a top priority for us at the Census Bureau. So we know we have to get this right in this age of privacy consciousness that we're experiencing as a society, right? So we're working hard to really make sure that this data lake is as robust as we've talked about here today, that we do have the zero trust principles and policies ahead of that. We just had a demo earlier this week where we were showing staff zero trust capabilities of one of our collection instruments. And one of the aha moments that the audience had was when the team demonstrated that even with an admin account, you were subject to that policy, right? That zero trust policy. Even an admin could not circumvent that policy. So what that did was show people that we've got RBAC, role-based access control, and RBAC will be here for a while, but Zero Trust uses a different model. It's an attribute-based access control approach. And so we're seeing a merge of those two now. You can have your role as an admin, but you're still subject to that policy and those specific attributes identified in that policy to restrict it. And that's why it's so powerful and so flexible, right? Combining those things together. So I think over time, we'll see ABAC sort of fill more of the space. And so RBAC is less and less relevant. And so that's what we're prioritizing now.